Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, they've started their proper marketing for Lucius, so now we know what he actually looks like. If you saw my previous video, I do apologize. I had a bit of fun in that one. But now we do know we have like the full art, we have some battle animations, and we've actually got some skills to look at. Now we don't have, I haven't seen an image of his like awakening passive and stuff like that, but we do have a good look at his basic skills. Now they are still subject to change, but I will go through those as well, and I want to see what you guys think about what we know about his skills so far. So let's first look at the animations on him and see how he goes. And his ultimate, like, he still stays true to the Lucius that we know. You can see he's obviously got shielding. His shielding is going to be based on his defense, and then he's going to use his ultimate, which is shields plus damage. So he's sort of adding that damage aspect to his shielding capabilities, and that's what we're sort of looking at with him. Now, whether these shields will be enough to make him have a meaningful difference, we'll have to wait and see, but he does have some other passives tied into his shields that I think could really help him out and make him pretty viable. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at his skills so I can show you guys that. So if we go back over here, now, these are the skills. I don't know exactly. The guys in Discord found these. I am assuming this is from a video. I'm not sure if it was released somewhere else. I couldn't find it on their Twitter, and their YouTube doesn't have anything. But let's go ahead and take a look at this, just so we can see what's going on. So this is the ultimate. Lucius holds his weapon aloft and enters the abundant radiance state for 8 seconds, during which the light deals... Sorry, it's not just that I'm a bad reader, it's also that this is a bit blurry. Which the light deals damage equal to 200% of his attack rating to nearby enemies every second. In addition, nearby allies gain a blessed shield equal to 500% of Lucius's defense rating for 8 seconds. Lucius is immune to control effects while using this skill. Now, then if we look at the skill ups on this one, the shield's value is increased by 10% of the target's lost health, but cannot exceed 300% of his defense rating. So you essentially have a maximum shield capacity of 800% of his defense rating. Damage is increased by 10% of the target's current health, but cannot exceed 300% of Lucius's attack rating. So basically that first skill up is giving us more shield and more damage on this one, which the damage I think is going to be decent, but nothing like mind-blowing. Before using Divine Radiance for the first time, Lucius's energy recovery rate is increased by 40 points and is immune to effects that reduce energy or prevent energy recovery. So this is just him getting his first ult off faster and not being prevented from using it. So he's going to be reliably able to use this first ult. The next one. Let's take a look at this. So this is Unwavering Devotion, which is the second skill. When this skill is used, the ally with the lowest health percentage if the ally with the lowest health percentage has less than 50% health remaining, then Bodyguard is used. Otherwise, Assault is used. So it depends how low the lowest health ally is on what he uses. If they're below 50%, he uses Bodyguard. And for this, Lucius taunts surrounding enemies in a large area. I'm assuming that's probably going to be like full battlefield, would be my guess. But normally when they say large area, it is large, while granting a blessed shield equal to 650% of his defense rating to himself and the ally with the lowest health percentage. So that's the way he's going to use it. Even that's the whole thing. He taunts and he gives himself and the lowest ally a shield if they're below 50%. If they're above 50%, he's going to use this one, which is Assault. Slashes several times at enemies in front, dealing 3 strikes of damage equal to 200% of his attack rating per strike, plus 1 strike of damage equal to 300% of his attack rating, which knocks back enemies. Okay, so there we go. So he's either dealing damage and having a little bit of control, or he's protecting. Now we have signature items, and unfortunately we can't see all the upgrades here. We can only see base, 10, and 20, and you know, like 30, 40 is going to be a thing now, so we'll have to wait and see what those are. But at base, we understand that the strike that breaks the Blessed Shield will deal no damage, so you can't get like overclapped by like them doing a massive hit that breaks the shield and kills you. When an ally that has a Blessed Shield gains another Blessed Shield, 80% of the excess shield value will be converted into healing, so it provides healing healing, kind of like, you know, the old Lucius, how it used to heal over time. This is just like chunk heal if you overlap the shields. Next, when an ally that has Blessed Shield suffers on an energy reduction effect, 80% of that energy reduction will be recovered after 2 seconds. So this is pretty nice in that you can't get like energy starved on your team against those energy, reducing units, because they were only doing 20% of their efficiency on that energy reduction, because you do get it back after 2 seconds, which I think is quite nice. So that is that one. Moving on to the next one, which is the Scorching Judgment. Lucius's weapon is empowered by Divine Light. After every 2 normal attacks, the next normal attack will be enhanced. Enhanced normal attacks deal damage equal to 320% of Lucius's attack rating, knock down enemies, and apply the Divine Judgment effect, reducing the target's attack rating by 40% and their crit rating by 40% for 5 seconds. Lucius deals 40% more damage to enemies affected by Divine Judgment. So this is where I think his damage could be, like, I still don't think he's going to be mind-blowing, but it's going to be like supportive damage, because then you put on top like his ult once he gets this extra damage, and his ult's got what, like a 1600 multiplier or something over the complete duration of it, which isn't too, actually it's more because it goes up with skills, so it's not too bad. When an enemy affected by, and this is the furniture, when an enemy affected by Divine Judgment suffers Divine Judgment again, they suffer health loss equal to 250% of Lucius' attack rating. Honestly, that's not too crazy in my opinion. Then 9, when Lucius is affected by Abundant Radiance, the damage boost is increased to 80%, and damage from Divine Radiance and Unwavering Devotion applies the Divine Judgment effect on enemies. Does that mean his ultimate is now applying it? Dude, I'm gonna have to look at that in game. It's a bit much for me. But that is his 9 furniture. Let's jump to the next one. Let's zoom in on this one a little bit. Actually, I think we can do that. Yeah, that'll do. All right. So this one is his passive, which is this Sheltering Shield. So like I said, we don't have his Awakening passive yet, but this is a look at this one. Lucius's shield is blessed by Divine Light. Everything's blessed by the Divine Light, apparently. The damage of each incoming strike is reduced by 300% of Lucius' defense rating, which this is kind of cool. So he has the shields. The shields seem quite chunky, but then he's also going to be taking less damage that is then going to get absorbed by the shields. And I think this form of shielding with this form of mitigation could make him like strong even at high deficits where normally stuff's getting one-tapped. But I don't know if this is going to be chunky enough to make it viable, but we'll talk about something else, which is this. The first time Lucius's health drops below 50%, he gains a Blessed Shield of 800% of his defense rating. This triggers once again when his health percentage drops below 25%. Now, a big thing for me with these two things is, do these act as cheat deaths? Like if he's at 51% and he gets hit with a massive nuke, does then he only drop to 50% and gain that shield? Or can that massive nuke from 51% kill him instantly and bypass these two shields? So whether these things have a cheat death type effect tied into them or not is going to be a big thing for me personally, but we'll have to wait and see. And then for engravings, when Lucius is deployed on the front line, this is some Arthur stuff here, he protects the nearest 2 allied heroes behind him. When they have a lower health percentage than Lucius, he will take 50% of the damage directed at them. So he just absorbs some of the damage for them. Each strike of damage... Dude, I can't even read that. Does it say thus? Each strike of damage thus taken cannot exceed 500% of Lucius' defense rating. Then at 60 engraving, when Lucius is affected by Abundant Radiance, the damage reduction of each strike is increased to 500% of his own defense rating, and allied heroes protected by Lucius also gain a damage reduction effect. And I think this is where it becomes cool, because now not only is he getting a massive reduction on damage taken that is then going to get further absorbed by his shields, but also his 2 allies that he's protecting gain this effect as well. So I think that is going to be like the crux of the way he works. He's going to have supportive damage, a little bit of control, but what seems to be hopefully really strong survivability, depending on how well this mitigation works along with the shielding. I think it's kind of one of those ones where we just got to see it work in action, but I'm hopeful that this brings some value in the shielding that he has. If we look at something like Bones, for instance, you know, shields still are viable in some sense, and I'm hoping with his mitigation, with his shielding and the supportive damage, this makes him a decent enough unit. But you guys let me know what you think from that. Once again, we should have the patch notes tomorrow, and then the day after that we should get the actual patch on the test server, so we can go ahead and check him out, how he actually works in action. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.